5:41 and on the money this morning. Tax season is well underway, and for some, filing taxes can get very complicated. But don't worry, help is here this morning. Dan Boone with the IRS joins us live here in the studio to answer some of the questions you may have and clear up some confusion. So good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Sarah.
Thank you for being here. We want to start with a question that came from one of our viewers this morning. Timona Walker writes to us, I want to know why my tax return is being withheld. I do not owe anyone, and it's been over a month since I filed my return. I did an electronic filing and still haven't received it, so help.
Well, the best thing to do is she can check on her refund either online or by calling the IRS. If it's a state refund, she needs to call the state. If it's federal, she needs to call federal. But the federal number to do that is 1-800 829-1954. That's the refund line. And they're going to ask her three things. They're going to ask her Social Security number, her filing status, and the amount of refund she's expecting. And then they should be able to tell her what's going on with that refund.
Okay, so she needs to give a little bit more information to get more information.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, very good. Let's talk a little bit about the top tax tip for filing this season.
All right.
We know that there are some new things that are out, so what does everybody need to know?
E-file. If you have never tried it before, this is the year to try e-filing. It is fast, easy, secure, and for many people it's free. If your income was $57,000 or less last year, you can actually go to the IRS website, click on the free file link, and that'll take you to a choice of about 20 different software companies that actually partner with IRS through this program. And you can do your return at no cost whatsoever online.
And there are some places you can go to get help. If you are trying to do this by yourself and trying to e-file or free file, and
right,
it seems complicated, you can get help, right?
Well, you can. If your income is less than $49,000, you've got a couple of options. You can go to the IRS office here in Mobile and get your return done there, or you've got a lot of sites all over the Mobile area where we have trained volunteers. We've trained them and certified them to do tax returns, and they will prepare your return and e-file it at no cost. You can dial the United Way hotline 211 to find the one that's closest to you.
Okay, very good. Now, there are some new things this year. We've talked a lot about, a lot of people have been laid off, so unemployment is higher. Are there some new things that we need to be paying attention to?
There sure are. There are home buyer credits out there. There are a couple of them. There's the first-time home buyer, if you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years and you buy one. Then there's the long-time homeowner one. That means you're buying a new house, but you've lived and owned the same house for the last 5 years, five out of the last 8. The first one, the first-time home buyer credit, is up to $8,000. The second one is up to $6,500. Now, also, if you weatherized your home, you may be able to get a tax credit of up to $1,500 for doing that. Insulation, doors, windows, things like that could qualify. If you bought a new vehicle last year, sometime after February 16th, you may be able to deduct the sales tax on that. And the fourth one is if you had higher education expenses. There's a new credit called the American Opportunity Tax Credit that's worth up to $2,500 back.
Very good. Some good things to know about. And if you don't know about these things, you don't know to mark these things down. All right, here's some informational numbers for you. You can call these numbers here to get more information on help with filing taxes and what have you. And don't worry, if we didn't answer your questions, Dan is going to be back with us later on this morning.
I will.
And we will tackle some more of these tax issues. If you have any questions you'd like for him to answer, you can send them to us, and we're happy to give them a try. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to Dan in a bit.
Yes.
And let's go back to Eric.